It's gonna be like, hey bloke, why are you blinding me? And then this guy, you're not gonna be able to see and you're gonna rear end him. So, hey bloke, bad deal. Maybe. What do you think? All right. What's up my dudes, welcome to the Flyryde channel. If you haven't seen any of these before, we talk about lights, lots of GTR stuff, all kinds of different cars. But today it is definitely a GTR video. We're gonna be talking about the first ever aftermarket headlights made for the Nissan GTR, and that car has been out since 2009. So I hope you guys like it. If you have any comments, any questions, anything about the channel, just post them right below and be sure to subscribe if you like what you see. Thanks guys. So this is the North American spec headlights, and they are what come factory on the 2015 through 17 GTR. This is basically what you're gonna see on any car that comes factory. Now this car is actually modified. It's an older GTR that's got a front end conversion and it's got the new style headlights on them. And just with talking with this customer just a second ago, he looked at the new lights and he said, I actually like them better. I like the look of them, just how they look, not even bolted to a car, just on the bench over there. So kind of a good indication about what's gonna happen right now. But the first thing we need to do is to at least do a nice thorough job of turning on the lights, showing the turn signals, showing the low beams, the high beams, all of that, documenting it, and then just letting you guys decide what you like better. Because a lot of guys are gonna always say OEM is best, and I get that, and in most cases I agree. In this case, there's some upsides to these Valenti headlights that I'm really into, and I'm just excited to get to show this. And the last little bit is we're even gonna show the JDM / like UK style headlights for our overseas customers and get to compare the light output so you know what the difference is, and you'll also know why you can't have these cool new lights. So unless we work some miracle where we can change the insides out, it's definitely not gonna work to where we can sell these to overseas guys because they're made for left-hand drive only. So. So that's the side-by-side. I'm gonna get the other aftermarket light on right now. crazy thing about these lights is that a lot of people were upset about them. They thought that somebody was trying to pass them off as OEM, and I really don't get that, because you look at the light, it's got a ton of crazy bright LEDs in the top section of it, and I'm like, who's trying to fool who? I don't get it. Like, that's clearly a different light. It just, in my opinion, looks a lot better than the stock factory bulb. I like the darker finish on the lights, and I don't know, overall they're just a super good aftermarket set of lights. So I'm into it. I definitely don't have anything negative to say about these things. So I think all it's going to come down to now is the test of time. How many people have these on their car, how they do after 6 months, after a year or something like that, and just how the lens holds up. All these little factors we can't know up front, but everything I'm seeing on these lights after having worked on tons and tons of these GTR headlights is these are good, and I'm definitely all about it. So if it matters to you, I don't know if it does, but as a guy who works almost full time on building GTR lights, it's a weird job, but it's my job. I totally say go for it. If you like these lights, buy them. Whether from me or from somebody else, doesn't matter. They're good. Like I said before, the customer who brought his car and has the factory lights, he saw these, he's like, I like those. I think I want to get those instead of the factory. So people are buying them. I get hit up a lot about them right now because they're brand new, but I can tell you, they are not knockoff lights. These are DEPO / Valenti, I don't know how you want to call it. It's just an aftermarket light, and it's not supposed to be OEM. It's OEM style with LED on top. And that train is freaking loud, and it sucks that it just came by. But I'll wrap up with that. You tell me what you think. Alright, so just because I have a set here that's being modified, this is what the insides of the headlights look like, the projectors themselves on the factory unit. So, the only reason I show you this is because this happens to be a right-hand drive version. So if you look, it's got that step. Let's see if I can adjust this so you can see a little bit better. Alright, so see how that step is lower on the right side than it is on the left? But then the North American headlights that you can see, like these Valentis on the right, they have the step lower on the left side than on the right. That's so that the guy that's oncoming traffic doesn't get blinded, and the car in front of you can still see the bumper. But if you had these, which are the UK / JDM spec, then you would not be able to do that. You'd be blinding people to the side of you, and you wouldn't be able to see anything in front of you. But you can tell the cutoff line on the JDM is still substantially sharper than on the US spec. Yeah, it's just a lot sharper because I'm trying to show the difference between the factory US spec and these. So that's the UK spec. So that's why you UK guys can't have them, because they will aim on the wrong side of the road. So I'm sorry, I hope I made it clear though with that video, is that that little line is going to be a problem, because it's going to aim on this guy's front windshield. He's going to be like, "Hey bloke, why are you blinding me?" And then this guy, you're not going to be able to see, and you're going to rear end him. So, "Hey bloke." Bad deal. Maybe. What do you think? All right.
Where he was like, yeah, you just film like this, it keeps everything super stable. Yeah.
Gangster. Thanks for the demo.